60, divorced, and I moved here from Vermont. So I've had to deal with a lot of new and different things, like for instance, Match.com. Apparently, guys post pictures of their junk on Match. I'm Jewish, so I have to post pictures of other people's junk. Jews are not known to be well endowed. We can go commando and not worry about pants with zippers, where most other guys consider those penis fly traps. And so, but I realized that if I was going to, actually meet some of these women, and I send out pictures of other people's junk, well, that's going to be a problem. So I heard about something called manscaping. And manscaping is where apparently you shave the general genitalia, which would actually be a pretty cool name for an army officer. I tried doing it, so I said, okay, you know what, I'll try doing it myself first, and it ended up looking like a prison tattoo. So I found a place, a professional manscaping place, that said that they specialize in celebrity cuts. So I went there, and so my feet are up in the stirrups. They say push. So I got there and said, do you really have celebrity cuts? And he said, sure. And they showed me this guy they had just finished. I looked down, and sure enough, Vin Diesel. So then I started feeling like a little bit more comfortable, and I said, okay, maybe there's some hope. So they finished with me, and sadly I look down and I see Yoda. But it's still better than trying to fake having your balls look younger by doing hair grow long on one side, do a comb under. Now just a couple of random thoughts, which is something that you're entitled to do when you're 60 and before it becomes full dementia. If Picasso had a cell phone, would his selfie look like this? Okay, well, I've seen some pictures of myself lately, and I say I have crow's feet, and ironically, in my neighborhood, there's a crow that has little human feet around its eyes, so it's kind of sad. Do kids in pools in Italy play Lewis and Clark? Lewis, Clark, Lewis. You guys might, Marco Polo, the
we gotta explain everything to her.
Okay. So, I wonder if people who are mute, can they suffer from Tourette's syndrome? I've seen a lot more TV ads lately for people who are blind, but widely closed captioning. Do you need to see you get that one now? Thank you. Do you need to see a speech podiatrist for a stutter step? If you throw your back out trying to shimmy under a pole, are you stuck in limbo? Okay. Do you feel cheated if you go and buy a still life and you hang it on a wall next to a motion sensor and the lights keep going on and off? Maybe that's a little too esoteric. How about this one? Okay, I was thinking about buying a whole lot of paintings of the letter I and hanging them on a hallway. That way when you walk down, the eyes will follow you. Okay, I was thinking about asking some of my black friends how they feel about something down south still being called the Masters. What happens if you catch on fire in an environment that has no gravity? Stop, drop. Well, wait, a couple of last few things to pass on to you before I finish. I was in a department store that advertised that said take 20% off of anything. So I removed a sweater and a scarf from a fully dressed mannequin.
I'll explain it to
I
you.
have a psychic dance instructor. She says pick a rumble between 1 and 10, but don't tell her which one. Speaking of dancing, I wanted to be like the cool dad, so I wanted to bust some moves for my kids.
Let's see 'em.
So for instance, like this is reggae, and this is Ray Very Gay. So let's see. I have a very simple love for my mother, and that's why I was diagnosed as Oedipus not so complex. So.
Big words, not next to me, okay?
I have a very happy, well, probably the world's happiest blanket. It's a Down syndrome comforter. I took my bed in for an MRI because I found a lump in my mattress. I threw some food scraps into my kitchen sink, and the drain cough went down the wrong pipe. I think the greatest revenge would be to eat a vegan. When I was still married, my ex and I had a medical miracle. She gave birth to a cat. And so people come over and they would say, well, I don't see the resemblance to you in this cat. And I say, you know, look in its mouth. So they look and say, cat's got your tongue. I have a friend named Dwight, and his parents are Chu Wang and Ling Lang Wang. That just simply shows that two Wangs can make a Dwight. So anyway, my name is Harrison Lebowitz, and if you like me, please create a Facebook page for me because I don't know how.